Hello, hey. Sorry, my mic was off. Um, Welcome everyone to this stream. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Uh, Thanks everyone for coming in early. That's very lovely of you to to come here. And I guess let's jump right into it. Um, I don't have like a very certain plan for today. I have a general idea. I know kinda what I want to do, but I'm not sure whether it's even possible. So you might have seen me, and maybe like from the from the title of this, seen me like where I'm going to try to integrate Cypress and Playwright in a very specific way, and we'll see whether that's useful or not, or whether that's even viable. Because when I started doing stuff with Cypress, very early on, I hit the limitation of like no third-party servers, right? And that limitation has partially been aided by the CY origin, which is great, but also it's not. It doesn't like fix all of the variety of issues, right? Even like the very simple one like Google, right? You still, in the cases where you click on sign in with Google and it opens another window, you're still kind of stuck. You don't, there's nothing you can do about that. So that's no fun. And it's given by the Cypress design, right? I have talked about this quite a lot in the past, that when Cypress is running, basically it opens browser and it injects the code inside, sort of like when you are on a dev server with a React or Vue app or whatever kind of app you can code these days, and that comes with some limitations, right? And browsers try to be safe and try to give all kinds of limitations so that the code that's inside it doesn't interfere with like good security, right? So this is where the problems stem from, and Cypress has made like really cool things around how to solve that issue, right? They've been sort of jumping hoops over these limitations and providing with a good experience. But the baseline, or basically the use case I think they had in mind, was to test an application you are actively developing, you are in development of. So usually the setup would be, I'm running my dev server, I'm running my end-to-end tests. When I'm finished, I integrate it all into a pipeline, and let's go release that. But there are many people in the QA testers, test automation world, where the approach is more of like, I don't really know exactly what's going on with the app, but I know what the behavior, what the business logic is, and I want to replicate that behavior and make sure that this works, right? And this is where we have the page object model and different kinds of automation patterns, stuff like Cucumber, etc. This is where you have that from, because we want to replicate the user of the behavior, which is a good thing. So I feel like these two approaches are like coming from different directions, and I feel like the approach where it's like development first, that's more of a Cypress way, and when we go the behavior first, that's more of a other frameworks like Playwright or Selenium, or maybe some other frameworks as well. So, and having said all that, Cypress doesn't, Playwright doesn't have the limitation of like being limited to a single party, right? Puppeteer doesn't have that limitation. Selenium, I don't think, has that limitation, but Cypress does. So what do we do? And that's what I thought maybe we could, maybe there might be a way to integrate these. And we have seen Cypress integrating Playwright already, right? With the WebKit support, when we have a WebKit browser, which is like a fork of what the Playwright team has done for the WebKit browser, and it's integrated to make it work with Cypress. So that's, I think, an interesting idea, and there are like some ideas floating around about maybe these tools will integrate a little bit more. I don't know. I don't think that will happen anytime soon, but it would be kind of cool. So today I want to demonstrate how cool that might be, and maybe I will get nowhere. So one of the cases where that could be quite cool would be exactly like the login part of things. So coming back to where I started when I was first time using Cypress and hit this limitation, there was a plugin that could help you with logging to third-party services. And if you looked into the package inside, basically it would be Puppeteer doing some kind of automation, then finally finishing, and then you could like save those cookies, etc. Now, I want to try something like that today, but there's a fly or something flying around. Hopefully it won't bother me today. So yeah, I want to try something like that. I want to try to see if I could integrate Playwright into Cypress in this kind of manner. So we will be using both Cypress and Playwright, and there are some interesting APIs on both sides. So I want to explore that. Okay. By the way, chat, if you have any questions or concerns, or you want to talk about something, feel free to jump in, and I will just try to code while answering your questions. All right, so let's go to the screen share now. I have my project, the same old Trello app that I've been working on for years now, and I'm going to use this one because it has an login flow. It also has a Google login flow, but I'm not sure if we will get this far today. But let's see. So I'll go ahead and clone it. If you feel like coding alone, feel free to do so. And do git clone. And I want to clone a certain branch because I have like a clean branch. Oh, okay. How do I put the destination folder when I do git clone? Oh, you know what? Let's just take Cypress Playwright integration, and let's just do git clone here. All right. Let's open code. And let's see what we can do here. All right. So I'll do the npm install. What's going on? Got some peer dependencies problem. While resolving drag and drop, Cypress was in the root. So drag and drop has a problem with that. Let's see if we can update drag and drop. If not, I'll just ignore it. So let's do where is the, cannot find the name of the package. So conflicting peer dependency. Wait, which Cypress am I using on this branch? I haven't updated this for a while. Oh, I actually don't have Cypress installed here. This is a clean branch, so why is it complaining about dependencies? That's weird. Never mind. Let's just force the installation. I'm really bad at this, like peer dependencies, shenanigans. Especially when working with this repo, I think I have some weird stuff going on. And oh gosh, okay, I know what's going on. I'm in a wrong folder. Yeah, so when I created the folder, the Trello app folder would get inside. So let's just do it like this. Reveal in Finder. I'm going to just close this, open a new window, and maybe just, where are we? Drag and drop this inside VS Code. Come on. Yes, here we go. Now that's much better. So let's do npm install. Now we don't have to force anything, do we? Doesn't look that way. All right. So let's just run this project. npm start, see if everything works well. Let's go. All right. So we've got the board, new board. Let's see if everything is working. Seems like that. List, card. All right, detail. Everything is working. So let's do the login, right? So we log in. What you can do with Cypress is to create these sessions, right? So you don't end up like logging in all the time over and over and over again. And these are really cool. So this is something that Playwright does not have. They have a version of that, but it's not really the same kind of thing. But I would like to see if I could use it and then hook it up into the cy session command. So I have like a session storage over here, and this can help us like save the session storage. So what I want to do in my Cypress test, I want to call cy task, call the playwright test, run this session storage, save that, and then take that and inject it into cy session. So I'll see if that works. So let's where do we start? Let's start with Cypress. Let's just create npm install Cypress. Let's do the latest version. And yeah, I'm going to just shit, something just bit me. I guess it was the flying thing. Ouch. All right, I'm okay. That was weird. Maybe I could look into the replay. What the hell was that? But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's dead. If it's not, I'm going to try to kill it again. I have a swatter again. All right. Okay, Cypress is installed. Let's do npx cypress open to just initialize the project. Let's configure this. Continue. Let's do Chrome. Create new spec, and let's call that spec login. All right, run the spec. But yeah, I don't want to run the example, so let's configure the Cypress to run the base URL of HTTP localhost 3000. Okay. And what did I do wrong? What's going on? Base URL. Oh, that needs to be inside E2E. Yeah, I always get confused with like Cypress version 10. There's this like E2E and then component, and basically just stuff got moved around, and it's like you have two different configurations, one for E2E, one for component testing, and sometimes I forgot, because some configurations you have in the top level, and some are just like inside the E2E scope. So yeah, I got those confused sometimes. All right, so let's try again. Let's write the test, right? All right. I'll jump into the test, Cypress test, E2E login. Let's just visit the login page. Describe I don't really use, so let's not do that. And on the login page, I want to just do the login, right? I want to fill out the email and password, but first I need to sign up. So let's do sign up with the Philip at example.com. ABCD will be the password. Oh, I have a new board here. What's going on? Oh yeah, that's okay, that's public. So let's just write that test. And what's going on with these types? Cannot find name CY. I guess we need to tell TypeScript to behave. Ooh. Cypress. Will this work? Restart TypeScript. Okay. Oh, we need to include, yeah, we need to include Cypress as well. Will this work? Voila, that works. All right, so we got CY visit login, and now let's just do. Let's just go back, login, and target these elements. CY login email. Type Philip at example, and then let's select this login, and now type ABCD, I believe was the password. Let's see. Oh, we need to click on login, right? So let's submit. Click. And that works. Wait, does it work? It doesn't. API login, we do ABCD. I didn't put the correct password. I forgot my own password. Let's just reset the app. Let's do Philip at example and do ABCD. Login, cannot find user. Oh, sign up. Philip at example, ABCD, create account, run the test. All right, now we're good. I guess I didn't type ABCD at the beginning. All right, so we got the login, right? And now what normally, if you're a Cypress user, what you would like to do is to create a custom command. That would be add and do a login, and wrap this inside and wrap all of this into session that we will call login, and voila. All right. And now we are going to call CY login. So let's save that. And now when we run the test for the first time, the session is created. And then when we run it second time, session is restored. But there is one thing I haven't done yet. And it's pretty important. Now, when I create this CY session, and I click on the submit button, the session is created right at that moment. But when I click on that login, I'm not yet done, right? There's an API call being made. I cannot really see it, but there's an API call being made. So I need to make sure that I'm at least at like the right location. But there's a better way. There is a options object, and I can do a validate function, and inside this validate, I can expect something. If I If I have that, then the session creation is complete and the session is valid, and I can continue on with my test. Now, the validation in this case would be that after I log in with my email and password, I will have the cookies inside this. So I believe, let's try document. It's cookie, and I want to assert that it should contain, and I think it's auth token. So if there's a cookie that is called auth token, then like this is good enough and I can proceed with my test. So let's see if that works. Let's clear all the sessions, and now we're good. Restored, and let's do CY visit. Now, if I've done the CY visit correctly, I should see my email up here in the top right corner. Actually, let me change the viewport so you can see it a little bit better. Let's do viewport height. Let's do 600. Viewport width. Let's do 550. Actually, I think I have it other way around. 550. 600. There's like a resolution that I use for my workshops. I don't think that's it, but I mean, that's good enough. All right. So yeah, when I successfully create a login, I validate that the cookie was set inside the browser, and when I visit, I see the login page. Let's just add the assertion. Let's do contains. And I want to make sure that Philip at example will exist. Yeah, that works. All right. So now let's go for the integration, right? So what I want to do is to do this part instead of this CY visit whatever. I want to do CY task, and that's going to call playwright. And then after I do CY task, I'm going to do then, and then inside this then function, I'm going to say storage or session, and inside this, I'm going to do CY set cookie, and that will be that session. So I honestly don't know if that's going to work. But if it does, then I have successfully reached the goal, right? So that's what I want to do. All right, so let's now go. All right. Oops, I think I have one more. I have added something that I shouldn't have. Here we go. All right, now we're good. Let me actually fix those TypeScript errors. Let's just put this into the support folder. We have the command, so let's just put it in here. And let's do new file index.dts. And I always forget global. I don't know. Yeah, I need to take a look into documentation. So there's like a thing in Cypress docs for TypeScript, and there's wait, what's this? This is not the documentation I wanted. TypeScript, TypeScript, and types for custom commands. Yes, this is it. This is what I want. So let's jump in. Oops. All right, but I want to add a login It doesn't have any arguments. It will return chainable, I guess, just like any. And this is doing performs login. An example would be CY login. I mean, this would not make me a very good team player if I just had it a documentation like this. But you get the idea. We have a login, and this should not work. But argument of type login is not assignable to parameter of type key of chainable any. I haven't done this in a while, so I don't know what's going on. Restart TS server. I don't think that's it now. Probably going to pop up the same errors again. Okay, what's going on here? When we're adding custom commands, you need to manually add the types. All right. Example for support file, index ts, index ts, blah blah blah. So it should be index ts. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. I don't think that's nice JS doc. Adding dual commands. I mean, okay, but what now? I don't know. I may just leave it like it is because I don't know. Cypress node includes .ts. I mean, okay, that's everything I have. I have everything here, so that should be working. So not sure what's going on here. I mean, there's usually another way of how I handle custom commands, but this index DTS, I thought it's going to work. Let's do commands DTS. Maybe that will work. No, that doesn't seem to do the trick. Chainable is not generic. I don't know. Index. Now the index is throwing the error as well. No, it's not. Maybe I should add a return to this. Just go return. Will this make it happy? I don't think so, no. Login is not assignable to parameter key of chainable any. What can I do here? Chainable. I don't think that will help. I don't know. I didn't want to come here to to solve TypeScript errors. If anyone in the chat knows how to fix this, you can tell me. But yeah, most of the times I do these custom commands slightly differently and not use the index DTS. So that's why I'm confused now. Like, why is this not working? Apparently the documentation says this. Support index TS. Doesn't types are parameters taken by implementation called back and automatically on the declared interface. Thus, in the example above, the value will be type of string implicitly. Okay, but yeah. All right, never mind. Let's just yeah, we're just going to ignore that error for a while. Hopefully we get to somewhere. All right. Yeah, let's just jump to the interesting part of this, right? I promised an integration, so well, I promised. I don't know if that's going to work, so we'll see. But this is our goal. Let's just try to do this. So what I want to do here is usually when I do CY task, what I can do is I can basically just call any script or any JavaScript file that I could call in Node, right? So if I create a file like let's just call it pv.js, pw.js. Oh no, I didn't want to move it here. I wanted to move it at the top level. That's it. Then I can run this. So let's do. Ooh, I forgot everything now. Let's just go to docs and go for an example task. Task, even arguments on task, log message. Yeah, let's take this log message here. Hello. Export cost and just do W will be M and return hello. Okay, that's what I want. Now I need to register this script. So let's do setup node events on a task. That's called call PW. I want to call PW. So let's import. How did I call this? PW from here. Oh, let's do this. All right. So let's do a first step CY task and do PW. Now let's see if we run this. Okay, setup node events. We got some error. Failed. Let's clear all the sessions. All right, task PW was not handled in the following set. Oh, I should have called call PW, right? All right, it seems like we have called the task. So let's create new session. We see the call PW. Let's look at the console, and it has called hello. All right, we're getting somewhere. So now what I need to do is to basically just change this script to do something else. Now what I want to do is that it will perform the login, but it will do using Playwright instead. So I'm going to go to this library example, and this is going to do all the magic. So let's just see if I can sort of like hook it up. Now the reason why I'm not using the Playwright test, but instead the Playwright package and the library example that I have over here, is because what I can do, I can run this by calling Node. This is just like a script that I can run in Node. I don't think I could run this test because I need to run it with npx Cypress, npx Playwright test. So I need to do it like this, which is a little bit more complicated. I find this a little bit more easy to read. It feels closer to Cypress, or to what I have been doing. So, but yeah, doesn't matter. We can try anyway. So let's just try to see if I can run this. Now, I guess what I need to do is, if I want to run this whole thing, I just need to make it part of this, right? I'll probably do a syntactic error or whatever. But page go to, let's just comment this out, and I'm going to just do a console log inside to just see if everything is running. I ran, and let's install Playwright. So let's do npm install Playwright and see what happens. The project didn't break, so that's good news. Just kidding. Okay, but let's Chromium devices. We launch the Chromium. Then we get new context devices. iPhone? No, I don't want iPhone. I want. Are there options? BlackBerry. Okay, desktop Chrome. All right, new page. And I can go to example.com. Let's go to playwright.dev. Honestly, I don't know what will happen when I do this. So I don't know. And there's actually nothing returning from this. So I don't know. Yeah, let's try again, try and iterate. Cypress configuration error. What's going on? All right, let's clear the session. Okay. So now we got an error. The task obviously has called an error. Call PW was not handled in the Cypress node following call PW. That's a confusing error, but I've seen this a couple of times. I've seen this in my workshops. That was kind of annoying because, like, what's going on? Why are you saying that this was not registered and then you are saying that only this was registered? That doesn't make sense. So I need to restart Cypress, I think. Let's run this. Okay, still nothing. So I don't know where's the problem, but maybe let's just, I don't know, this async self-calling, self-invoking function thingy, what it does. So I'm just going to comment all this out for now and try to see if we can just return anything from this. Return hello. And see if it does anything. Now again, it's saying that it has failed with the following error. Is this self-calling function a problem? Is this what's causing trouble? I don't know then if I can, like, I don't know what to do with that example. Yeah, so now we're calling the task. We're getting the hello, so that's all good. Can a Playwright script just like return something? I don't know. Let's just uncomment a couple of these. Let's see what happens here. If it's actually like going to wait for that and then like eventually return. Let's clear the session so we can run it. Okay, it does something, obviously. We have the task, we're calling that. We yielded hello, but if this was ran, I don't know. Chromium launch. Is there some documentation here? I wonder if we can like run it, head it, so when we run the test, it will actually like pop up the Chrome browser. I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm just like thinking about this all wrong, and I just like cannot call this. Another way would be to call the exec function, but that would be instead of the CY task to call the exec, but that will bring a whole lot of other problems in there. So I don't know. Let's what should we do? Should I just try to call ChatGPT or whatever? Or maybe let's start easier. Let's not just I'm going to create another file, pwtest.js, and I will make sure this actually runs. So I'll just go to terminal and do node and call pwtest. So like this default example, let's just see if it works. All right, this doesn't work. To load set module, MJS extension. Oh, okay, interesting. So let's see if this is going to help. It did something. I mean, yeah, I don't get any error, but did I do anything? Oh, it ran. Okay. Let's see if the application will actually do something. So let's do localhost 3000 and let's see if I can. What should I do? I'm going to await page locator and just do data cy and what's it called? Name of the first board. Yeah, let's. Oh, wait. Name of the first board. Yeah, let's see this data cy first board and see if I can type into that. Data cy first board and then do type. No, how do I fill, right? Fill hello world. And then what do I do? Press. How do I type press? Do I? Wait. Page. Press. Enter. I really need to take a look into documentation. I don't know. Like I've been using Playwright for like a month for some tests that I did with one company, but I'm still not good at it. Let's do keyboard press. How do I use it? Locator press instead. So it's locator press, and what are the options? Backspace. I can do backspace. Can I do enter? Seems like I can. Okay, but so my first instinct was right. So I do press enter. Will that work? So I run this, run the node pw test. Oh, we got an error. Hey, that's something. Oh, it's HTTP, not HTTPS. Let's run it. Page locator fill press is not a function. Well, okay, but what is a function then? Fill value string force get by role text box fill example value. I don't think I'm using it wrong. Is that press enter doing something wrong to that? Oh, okay. That did something, so maybe I need to do it like this. Okay, so it ran, it didn't throw an error. So now if I go to localhost, let's just open it in a browser. If I open my app in the localhost, hey, it has created the thing. All right, so let's delete that. Let's run this node pw test again. It ran. When I refresh, hello world is here. Awesome. Okay, so that we achieved. Now the question is, can I do something with this and can I hook it up to the task? Because that's what I thought I could do. Now this is not something we want. We gotta tear down. We gotta set up actual test. Let's call it, and then we have the action. So that's cool. Now, what do I do with this? Can I? Oh, chat is doing something. Hey, my chat is not working. You guys are helping me and I don't see that. Why am I not seeing that? Gosh, I'm sorry. I was ignoring you. But my OBS like didn't catch the chat, and I don't know why, because it should have. Sorry. Yeah, chainable void should help. Yeah, sorry guys. Sorry folks. Sorry everyone. Thank you so much for helping me out. Chromium launch headless false. Oh, sweet. That could make us see the browser, so that could help. Let me check about the chainable void thing, if that could help. Chainable void. Come on, void. Doesn't seem to. Nope, doesn't seem to help. I don't know why. Let's just leave it like this for now. As I said, it's not really important right now. I want to like try to fix this. So let's see. So we got this async function going on, which is like it will call itself, but I don't think we have to have it like this, right? Because what I could do, I could have a function and call it within this file, right? So let's just do const pw, that will be the function, and then I can just call pw, and that will do the same, right? Let's see. Let's run the test. Finished. Rerun. Yeah, it still creates the board, so that's good. I was actually, yeah, never mind. I should have been deleting everything, just the boards, but that will be a problem for some other time. All right, but well, we can do this. What else can we do? Can I return something? Will that throw an error? No, it won't. And it will probably still work. All right, cool. So let's delete that once again. And let's see if we can do this. I think we can. I think that could be possible. So let's just copy it from here. And yeah, basically everything up to this const should be pretty much the same. So if I run it, well, this is going to fail because I accidentally deleted my account. But let's do again Philly bad example, A, B, C, D, create an account. All right, let's clear all the sessions, rerun the test. Hey, look at it. Hey, we're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. So I have created this board with my Playwright test. So I have integrated this. It's now integrated. So I can delete this MJS. I don't need it anymore. I have this PW, which will run the test, and it will do the thing. Oh, Debbie O'Brien just shared on the Discord channel that version 1.38 of Playwright is out. So that's cool. Let's move on. Let's try to see. So I have this authentication over here, and I want to see if I can just go ahead and save that storage. And maybe I can like just console log it for a moment. So Reusing authenticated state covers cookies and local storage-based authentication. Rarely session storage is used for storing information in assigned state. Session storage is specific to particular domain. Playwright does not provide API to persist session storage, but the following snippet. Oh, okay, wait. That's good, but I don't really want session storage. So I was looking at the wrong place in the documentation here. I am fine with cookies. So there's the storage state test use. I want to see, because I know that Playwright does have this like method of saving the storage sort of into a file, and then I can reuse that somewhere else in the test. And I want to do exactly that. I want to like run that, save that storage, and then load it. Try to see if I can load it somewhere else. So let's do user password, alt user, advanced scenario, request authentication. All right. Regardless, you're likely to store authenticated browser state on a file system. Yeah, that's a good core concept to have. Obviously, you don't want to log in over and over and over again. You want to make sure that you log in once and then just use that state and share it across your tests. So we recommend to create Playwright auth directory, which you add to gitignore, smart, and then shared account in all tests. This is recommended approach. Blah, blah, blah. Create test auth setup that will prepare the authenticated browser state for all other tests. Okay. So there's the auth file, there's the setup, blah, blah, blah. And now we go to somewhere. We go ahead and sign in. We wait for URL, expect button to name, view profile, and nome to be visible. Page context storage state path auth file. All right. So after I do these actions, I'm going to save that to a file. All right. All right. So let's try that. So this should be quite easy. Like the thing we have at the end is pretty much straightforward. So let's do this. Create that Playwright auth file. Let's add it to the gitignore. That's a good idea. Playwright auth. Okay. Gitignore. We have that. Do we have that? Yeah, we have that. Awesome. And now what I want to do is, instead of this, I want to basically just copy that test. Let's do this. Data CY, login email, login password, login submit. So I'll go to Playwright test. I'll go to login, and then I'll do. Let me just paste it in here for a second. And then first data CY login board. We're going to fill in the details. Fill it at example.com. Then we'll take the password. So that's pretty much the same story. Let's do ABCD. And then we'll do login submit and click on it. All right. Then, obviously, I want to like copy this kind of flow, but for starters, I don't know what I did here. For starters, let's just go with this way. So we are going to expect. Oh, we wait for URL. That's good. That's what I want. I'm going to wait for URL, and that URL is going to be HTTP localhost and 3000. And you know what? Let's just do page, not locator, but let's find by text. I think that's a real thing, right? No, it is a real thing. I'm just like, it didn't autocomplete and that confused me. Alrighty. Oh, it's actually rerunning my test. So let's clear this session. Ooh, fail. Okay, find by text is not a function. Okay, I guess it's not. Find by text. What's it called? No one's saying anything in the chat, so that's good. I'm not ignoring anyone. Find by text. Get by text. Thank you. Thank you very much. Awesome. Get by text. All right, sweet. Let's rerun this. Creating. All right, seems our script in the background didn't throw any error. So that's good. Task. What has it yielded? Hello. Okay. Is visible. No, that's not an assertion, right? If I want an assertion, I need to do expect something like that. But I mean, we can be. That should be good enough, right? We can just if it exists, then we're good. So when I click submit, it will redirect me to the localhost to the base URL, and then I'll get by text. And if it wasn't there, it would fail, right? Is that a good assumption to have? Hopefully. Yeah, okay, so this now works. Now what I want to do next is to go to documentation for the authentication, and let's take a look. Page context storage state path auth file. Awesome. So what can I do with this? Can I just like save it to the file? I mean, that's fine. That will be okay. So, but eventually what I want to do, I don't think I want to save it into a file. Or do I want to do that? I don't know. I feel that maybe we could return that. Maybe that could be more interesting thing. If that command, if we call this task, it will actually return all of the information, and then we can like make it work in the thing. Wait, the auth file, I didn't copy that, right? Let's go to docs. Put the colon after login. Ooh, good tip. Wow, can't believe I forgot that. Is that actually the problem? Wait, I have a chainable and it should fix the rain. I don't think it did. Wait. Put the colon after login and before chainable. I did. I have that. Not sure what you mean. And you should fix the red line. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like this is here. I actually thought maybe if I remove that, it could fix the problem. But no, it's obviously it's a function, so that's, I don't know. TypeScript is, yeah, it's weird. We all love it and hate it at the same time. Let's go back to this. I want to save this file. Where am I? I want to save this to a file. So playwright auth user. Now let's just run it. Okay, this is now running. No, wait, this restored session, so we need to clear that. Ooh, something failed. Okay. Browser context storage state, target page context or browser has been closed. Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, what a dumb mistake. Okay. But at least that error message was good. What I have found confusing last kind of weeks that I have been using Playwright is the error messages are just like not as good as in Cypress. Cypress sort of tells you everything that you need to know, possible solutions, and I feel Playwright still has a way to get there. I mean, it's an easy thing to fix, so I don't think like that will take too long to fix, but they should. They really should. I felt so dumb when I was writing tests in Playwright. So yeah, the errors are help. Okay, so now we have this. We have the storage state. We should have saved it into this Playwright user JSON. Nice. All right, so we have all this. By the way, this is like a local app, so it's not like this is some sensitive information. It would be sensitive information if I was logging with whatever. But okay, but this is good. Now we have our cookies. Now the question is, can I, instead of writing that into file, can I return that instead over here? That would be cool. Can I just, I don't know, like, let's take a documentation of this. Oh, wait, we have something in here. We have promise of some cookies. We have some options path. Nothing is actually, nothing seems to be like required. I don't need to add this file. So could I just go const and do cookies and return those cookies? Let's see. Let's clear the sessions. Seems it's working. All right. Let's go ahead. Create a new session. Call. Let's look at the console. Oh, we got an object. Yes. Yes, we absolutely have it. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Awesome. I really didn't think this would work at the beginning. I think it could work, but I wasn't sure it would. All right, so let's now, I mean, there are multiple ways of how we could handle this, right? But let's just try to work like this. Let's just do the then, and what was the object? Yeah, it was just object. Let's just destructure the cookies. And what do we do then? So this is an array. Let's just like do proof of concept. So let's do cy set cookie. Do we have set cookies as well? I don't think we have. No. Set cookie. We have get cookies, but not set cookies, like multiple of those. And then we could wrap it in a for each or whatever. But let's do set cookie. And what do we have here? So we have the name. We have the path. Let's actually look into the set cookie command. Why is it throwing an error at me? Yeah, we need 2 or 3 arguments, but I want to see the docs on this. Okay, so we can either set auth cookie and the value, so that would be name and value, or we can just like set everything. But how do what are the properties of how I should do that? Because I can pass the whole object into there. I know that. I don't know if I know that. Arguments, log true, blah blah blah. Name, value, options. Okay, so we need to do name, then value, and then options. And that options is like everything that's inside. Okay. So that would be cookies 0 and name, right? That would be first argument. Then cookies 0 and what was that's the name, value. All right, value. And then let's just forget the third one. And now if I have done everything correctly, what's going on here? I don't know. Never mind. We'll see. If I have done everything correctly, then I should have just used Playwright to log in to Cypress. So let's save that. Creating. Look at this. I'm logged in. I am here. Wait, let me try that again. Does that really work? It really works. That's awesome. Ooh, I'm so happy with this. This is great. This is great. Okay, so we can set cookies like this. I don't know what the hell is this complaining about. I'm not here for the TypeScript errors now. But yeah, we just use Playwright to log in and to use that inside Cypress. Now let's do one more thing, because I want to show you. You probably already know, but I want to do console and then do I ran, right? And we're going to watch that in the terminal. So when I clear all the sessions, did I save it actually? Yeah, okay, wait, what's not console is not a function. Yeah, console log is a function. Okay. So when I run this and it's going to create a new session, the terminal, somewhere it should say I ran. It doesn't? Wait, where does it write? It doesn't write in the browser console. Store actions. Oh, here we go. Here it is. Wait, quite a lot and quite a far long journey to get to this. But yeah, I ran. Well, that's not going to be very cool to prove the point, but if I rerun this again and instead of creating this session, I'm going to restore that session, then that code, the I ran, was not running anymore. But I cannot really find the point of like where I hit the save in the sea of everything, so it's not the best demonstration. But instead of, so I hear Playwright doesn't really have trouble with going through like Google login and stuff like that. So I think this could be an interesting way of solving that issue. Maybe you like the Cypress syntax and you just have like too many tests in your repository and you're not going to migrate all of your tests based on a dumb Reddit post, right? But you need to solve this. And yeah, you can integrate these two. So this part, might as well not be a simple login like we had here, but it might be the Google login or some other complicated login. And that could help, right? Because you will save the storage state, return it from the task, and then handle it in your own way. Just inject it into the browser and continue on with your journey. I think that's something that could work. So yeah, the thumbnail of this said better together, and I think this is better. I think this works really nicely. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I guess the use case for that would be exactly as I said, like try to handle something that is hard to handle with Cypress, because Cypress just will not allow you easily to go through different origins. I don't know how Playwright would handle a Google login. I feel like everybody's saying that it handles it well, but I haven't really tried it, so I cannot, like, don't quote me on that. I just don't know. But if that's true, if it handles login on Google and maybe on Microsoft Azure or whatever, like these complicated setups, that could really help, right? That could be something useful. Just write a part of your script for Playwright, and then continue on with your Cypress test if that's what you want to do. If you want to do everything in Playwright, then do everything in Playwright. I mean, now, like, this is not a recipe for like not doing things in Playwright. It's just like me as a long-time Cypress user, I find this an interesting sort of way of handling that. So yeah. Thanks for the Dwayne. Thanks for the tip on the assertion, how to change it. Wait, expect, get by text. Yeah, that would be exactly. Yeah. How was it? Expect page, get by text, and then to be, what was it? To be visible, like this, right? I think so. Oops. Expect not defined. Oh yeah, I didn't import that. Where do I import that? Is it right in the Playwright? I don't think so. I think in that example the expect was from somewhere else, from like Node. It actually was assert, right? Assert from Node. Doesn't really matter now. But yeah, thanks for pointing that out. I think I'm satisfied. I reached the goal. That's what I wanted to say. Not that it doesn't matter. Just like this works. This was something I was trying to do today, and I'm happy that it worked. So yeah, what do we do now? I feel like we're done. Basically, I'm going to maybe polish it a little bit and then upload it to my GitHub. I think that could be useful. Maybe I'll write up this as a blog and just ruffle some feathers out there. I don't know how this will be perceived, and I'm very sure that someone on LinkedIn or on Twitter would just like have opinions about this kind of approach. And I mean, it's okay. Like, I would like to see me try Google Auth as well, but I don't really have like a burner account right here prepared, and I'm obviously not going to expose my password and email. But I will definitely take a look at it, and I want to, if I come up with a feasible example that then I'm going to definitely write it up on my blog. The CAPTCHA is a nightmare, but the problem with CAPTCHA is that it's like not supposed to be solvable. I recently saw a very good video. It was kind of quirky, but it explained how CAPTCHA works, and like there are some like different versions of CAPTCHA, right? The first one for like the squiggly text, which you would try to decipher, and suddenly it has become like too hard for humans, and then we would get these different images that you want to click on, but apparently like the CAPTCHA that's being used today is not really about solving those puzzles. It's more about the behavior, right? So if your mouse is moving too linear, or it just clicks right exactly at the spot that you need, or it's just very unhuman-like, then you are going to get blocked. And that's exactly what the test automation does, right? I don't think we could create some patterns with Cypress or Playwright that would like bust the CAPTCHA. I don't think that's possible. Moreover, now with all the cookies and all the data that Google collects, they have sort of gone another way with trying to prove that you're a real person, and that's looking inside that data. So as you enter a page, Google can identify you, and if you have a history of visiting real pages, it's not like you have no. It's not like they don't have any information on you. Then that sort of proves that you're a real human, and you can continue. So, yeah, solving CAPTCHA by bypassing it in tests, that's what you want to do. Like if you have a dev environment, then that should be testable. Like that's something you want to do, right? And if you have a production environment and you want to run tests there, then those tests should be different than those that you do on dev environment. And if you cannot do them there, well, maybe synthetic monitoring or some kind of other checks are what you need to do. You shouldn't try to automate CAPTCHA. I don't think you should try to automate CAPTCHA. Basically, because first of all, it's nearly impossible. But if you handle that, I think that might get you into trouble with Google, because essentially you're trying to, yeah, like they're trying to prevent robots from passing that, and you're creating a robot that's trying to do that. Yeah, even if that worked, I don't think Google would be too happy about that. Yeah, all right. So I guess we can wrap this up. This was fun. This was surprisingly fun session, and I want to like continue with this and do a little bit of iterating on this idea, and definitely want to take a look at the Google example. One more thing about the CAPTCHA just popped into my mind. The CAPTCHA, basically it appears when you have like non-human like behavior, but also when you get rate limited. So this was a way of how we implemented CAPTCHA for users when I was working in Slido. If someone was trying to log in multiple times, we would count how many attempts they do, and if they log in too many times, then we would show the CAPTCHA. So what this is really good for is that when you have a session storage, you limit the amount of how many times you log in. So even if you have that rate limit set to 10, it will be okay, even if you run 100 tests, because you log in only once and then reuse that session. If you try to log in and hit that login endpoint many times, then that would get you into trouble, because obviously you don't want users to do the login too many times, because that might lead to like trying to figure out someone's password or something, and that's the reason why we have those measures. So yeah, just a little side note on the whole CAPTCHA thing, and as I said, this was fun. So thank you so much for coming, and see you, I guess, in like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. I actually have a lot of traveling ahead of me. I'm flying to New York on Sunday to meet the Replay.io team for the first time. If you haven't heard the news, I am a DevRel at Replay. Haven't mentioned them today, but we'll do a lot of mentioning of Replay in upcoming streams. And then I go to Greece for a We Test conference. So that's exciting times. Looking forward to that as well. All right. Oh, John, hey. John is a colleague from Replay. So, yeah. On that note, I'm signing off. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.